Hi, I'm Donna with the St. Johns County Public Library System, and today I'd like to introduce you to Brenda Councill, who's a local artist that's gone big and is now pretty much everywhere. Hello, Brenda. How are you today?
Hi, very good.
It is a delight that you agreed to do this. And I really want to talk about your beginnings because I remember when you started. And I know that you have something special to show us. So show me your clipping now.
Well, yeah, this is from 1978 when the series first began, the historic Mandarin collection of prints and drawings. And it expanded to 13 different prints. Most are all sold out. The very first one was the Mandarin Road. And then after that, I concentrated on existing landmarks in Mandarin and ones that unfortunately we've lost, like the Harriet Beecher Stowe Cottage.
But I do love your art, and I love that we at least have it in art. If we don't have it physically.
Yeah. I sought to tell a story when I was doing the drawings. And this one, for instance, shows the debut of the story of the Harriet Beecher Stowe legacy in Mandarin. And so it was always, the series was always based on history and what we could recapture and show the public again, because, you know, Mandarin is a special place with the community club and the museum now.
Well, and all of the history that happened on both sides of the St. John's right there.
Right.
And the maple leaf, there's a lot that has happened in Mandarin, and it's great to preserve that. And you preserved so much of it wonderfully in your prints. Because even though some of those things are still there, they look different. The area has certainly grown and changed over the years, and you've grown and changed as an artist. I was just amazed by the gorgeous things that you're doing now.
Well, yes, I really do large scale, whether it's sculpture or mainly large murals, and they tend to be ceiling murals. And so these projects last for months. And I have a photograph here of one example. This is me standing in front of a huge painted mural. It's a dome, and it's 3,800 square feet of painted surface space. So these are the kind of things that I concentrate on now.
I'm screen sharing your website, and you were talking about the large scale art that you're doing now.
Right. A lot of the photographs that you'll see on the website will show you the scale that I work in. Every project is different. I may work in a college, university setting, educational setting, where I have to work through committees, and we decide on the subject matter, various themes that I'll undertake, whatever setting I'm working in. The piece on the left, which looks like a bunch of fruit, that was commissioned by the CEO of Dole Foods. So that gives you an idea of that piece. The piece in the center is the Appalachian State College of Education building, and it's an abstract narrative that really, in fact, encompasses every college within the university. So it's represented in symbols. And the one on the far right, the company that manufactures the largest line of adhesive tapes in the world is SureTape. And this is a mural I did for their corporate global offices. And it's all about tape, adhesive tape.
Oh,
So it's always a variety of work and clients. And sometimes it's quite challenging to satisfy your client because you really have to satisfy the public too.
well, I want to take a step back and talk about how old you were when you knew that you wanted to be an artist.
Very young age, as young as 4, I was drawing constantly. And when I was in elementary school, I was always doing special projects and, that sort of thing. So I knew early on, and fortunately, my parents nurtured that side of me. And so this is really all I've ever done. And it is just became a career in my teenage years, in fact.
Well, that's wonderful. I love it when someone knows what they want to do and they follow their heart and it works out so well. And if you had a message today for young aspiring artists, what would it be?
Well, I think that it takes a lot of concentration, a lot of endurance. This is not an easy market, and it's actually getting more difficult, not easier, I'm sad to say, because there are fewer collectors that collect art in a serious manner. That is the trend that I have seen. But I would say you have to believe in yourself, number one. And because there's going to be a lot of the usual soothsayers that say you cannot do this and you can't make a living as an artist, but you can. And if you have the will and the dream and the passion, you will succeed.
Well, that's a good message to hear. What was your path? Did you go to art school?
I'm really an art school dropout. I went to the Florida Junior College for 2 years. Then I was accepted at the Ringling School of Art in Sarasota. And I was there just a few weeks, and a professor told me, "You do not need to be here." He said, "You need to go out and do what you love." And he said I was wasting my time. Now, I don't want to say that an art school isn't the place to go, because there are fabulous art schools now, SCAD being one of them that I highly recommend. But yes, I basically came home and started working as an artist and establishing myself.
What was your first job as an artist? Was it the Mandarin series or something before that?
Gosh, my first job, I think I did, and it was kind of odd, but it was, I used to do sand painting, and I would move tiny grains of colored sand around in plexiglass containers. And I made it to the NBC Today show when I was 17.
I wish I had that clip.
Pardon?
I said, I wish I had that clip. I bet that's great.
I know. I wish I did too. But yeah, I was interviewed by Gene Shalit with the Today Show. And yeah.
Really outstanding for you at that time.
Yeah.
I would have been super excited. That is just really interesting.
Well, it was my first trip to New York, and then I later lived in New York and had a gallery in New York.
Oh, well, I want to thank you for your time today.
Welcome.
And I'm going to share some of your art at the end of this recording. And I'd like to just ask my viewers to like and share this, and know that it will also be available on YouTube. Thank you so much. And thank you, Brenda.
Thank you, Donna.